Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm back with another rugged smartphone, and this time it's from Oukitel and their newest WP61 Ultra smartphone that has a 20,000 milliamp hour battery and a thermal vision camera and a 108 megapixel rear camera and so on and so on. But more to all of that later, and as always, a great product journey starts with a box.
And that's the box. As you can see, classic Oukitel design. Here we've got the phone right out of the box. But as always, we take a closer look later. What else is there? Quick start guide, some paperwork, basic stuff. 45 watt quick charger in the box. Love it that they included, and not only, the cable, which is an awesome cable, by the way, because that thing is 1.5 meters long, so you can really have some flexibility where you charge it and how to use it. Maybe you need to use it with power, but with the 20,000 milliamp hour battery you shouldn't need permanent charging power. Beautiful display. Overall it looks very high quality, premium, nice materials used, so it looks really well made. And as the sealed USB-C port suggests, this device from Oukitel is once again protected against water and dust. And it also has a tab here for attaching a strap to make this beautiful brick easier to transport, so you have a secure transport. And of course it's not the lightest phone out there, but of course those 20,000 milliamp hour battery needs some space. You can feel that. And let's boot that thing up. As you can see, powered by Android, so there is nothing really special about the setup. It goes fast as we are used it from Android phones. But before we dive deeper in the special features of that phone, let me tell you, it comes with an octa-core processor, MediaTek Dimensity 7025, and the display is a 6.8 Full HD Plus display. And you can see here the memory. You can see here the 512 gigabyte of ROM, and the 20,000 milliamp battery is also visible here. Let's check out the thermal vision, which is, as always, this separate app here. So you can launch it with that app, not directly out of your camera app. It's a separate app, but I can show you later. You can mount, or you can make a shortcut so that you start the thermal camera with the smart button, but more to that later. Let's take a closer look first at the thermal camera itself, and you see works right out of the box. But let me change the setting a little bit, because in the past I established a little testing setup I really like for those thermal cameras. So let's switch over there. And here we are. I really love my little test setup here, because my heater, is a great source of heat, of course. And you can also see, maybe not that well in that image, but let me switch over to RGB, that you can easily see here that there's nothing visible. So you can see through the IR vision that I have a pipe in the wall here where the heat gets transferred to to all the heaters in my office. And as you've also maybe seen here, you can switch between different overlay modes. So you have this mixed mode. Everybody knows from those infrared cameras where you have the hard edges laid over the infrared image. Then of course you can blend in or out those temperature points, those measurement points. You can generate areas that interest you, so you can make a time lapse, for example, over time, so you can see how the heat distributes in that area you are interested. Beside of that, of course, you can also adjust the IR look. So if you want to have another palette of colors used because it fits your use case better, you can go for that. Classic black hot, so you have a little Black Ops feeling on your phone, and all cool on that. And then you can just make a photo and also record a video, which is not possible at the moment because my rig is blocking it, but I have prepared a video already for you, and I will blend it in, or I will show it on the screen right now, hopefully. And some great stuff here. You can also see here very well the pipe in the wall, also the heat distribution on the whole unit. Great. Then, of course, you have that tool set that seems to come with every one of those rugged phones, where you can have all your leveler right out of the box. And As always, little problem with those levelers I have, because those phones are never plain on the backside. You have always those camera modules, which make it a little bit hard to use it really as a level. So, but yeah, but it's a nice gimmick, just right out of the box. I just wanted to show you. You can use it, never mind, if you keep that in mind, that you don't use the camera notch to put it on the surface. Then even if you see here the flashlight, you can't control the camping light with that. For the camping light, you have your own app. Let me show you the camping light app. So here you have the camping light app, as you can see, and maybe you should also turn off the lights here because it's a light, so we need some darkness, I would say. Let's turn it off. Bam. So yeah, now we can work with some darkness, and as you can see, it's not only quite bright, even if you just use quarter power, it's also a quite beautiful light distribution. So it's not like a point light you're used from a flashlight. I mean, of course, you have a bigger surface, and that leads to a nicer light contribution or distribution. And let me show you that in another room in the darkness. Sadly, my audio got lost somehow in that recording, but you can imagine I just go through first the quarter power, then half of the power, and as you can see, the full power and full brightness. And as you can see, I can light up the whole room with that. So it's probably really easy to just light your camper van or outside of your camper van or your tent or whatever, and some really great light, and it doesn't look that sharp as maybe if you just use a flashlight, for example. And of course, you also have those emergency modes where it just flashes rapidly so you can make people aware of your presence. And if you have an emergency where you say you need immediately help, use the SOS mode. And as always, as the app says, don't look directly into the light if you're using it. Easy as that. So now let's check out the basic camera of that phone, which is quite impressive for a rugged phone, I have to admit, because look at it. So you have really nice details, low noise, of course, the exposure, so there needs to be enough light and you can get really nice images out of it. You have 2x magnification in the app, so you can zoom in a little bit and capture some details, but you have a 108 megapixel mode where you can capture really high-res images. But I will just show you 2 images. One of them is made with the 108 megapixel mode and one is not. It's just shot with the regular mode. And yeah, just decide which one is the 108 megapixel one. It's hard to differentiate sometimes with those modes, but I'm quite happy with the overall image quality and dynamic range. As you can see here, sadly we don't have that much nice weather here, so dynamic range tests are a little bit, yeah, unhappy these days. On the video side, some will maybe complain that you don't have a 4K video option, but hey, this phone is for documenting primary and not making holiday memories or your next feature film. So you get 2K video recording with 30 FPS, and in the front-facing camera you get full HD, so 180p also with 30 FPS. The videos also look fine, have a nice dynamic range, and to be honest, I'm impressed with the audio quality of those phones, but you will hear them later in my night vision test. But first, let's talk about the front-facing camera. So the selfie camera, just show me, of course it's not available in the 108 megapixel mode. Just go back to the picture mode and flip it and check it out. It looks really good on the display, so it even, I would say, looks better than my regular phone. Okay, my phone is not the newest, you know, but for me, I'm looking forward to see that on the big screen because it looks quite nice. Also the colors, I dressed to have a little bit of color here in the whole surrounding because yeah, everything's great. But look at those colors, they pop really, and don't look too oversaturated or something like that. You also got face beauty. Let's see what does this. I think it's kind of weird. You have a rugged phone, so aiming at construction workers and stuff like that, I guess, and then you have a face beauty mode. Love it. But let's see. Oh yeah, I can get really soft. I like that. Let's make a picture. And of course, you also have these days your portrait mode, also working in the front-facing camera, so you can make selfies with more shallow depth of field. So let's do that also. As always, it depends what are you using that stuff for. So pretty cool stuff. But of course, the coolest stuff, for me at least, or I mean, it's a rugged phone, so it's a phone you work with, is the night vision mode. So let's go a little bit where it is pitch black or has even less colors than this here.
So yeah, just wanted to try out night vision. Seems to be really night vision with some infrared diodes, so you can film completely in the darkness, and that's what I'm doing right now. So it's pitch black. I don't see anything else this side of the screen of the phone. So yes. As you can see, I'm standing right now in complete darkness and also non-reflecting walls, so not like in the bathroom before. So you really need to get close to an object. So it's not the best thing if you want to go in a pitch black forest, I guess. But if you're searching something in complete darkness, for example, I see here some pipes. I see nothing. Maybe let's go to the left somewhere there. Do you see some pipes here? Yes, okay. And yeah, so I think you can use it for that. But otherwise, let me show you when I go back. So the camera stays and I'm going back, and you will see I will disappear in the darkness. I hope I don't run into something. So here I am. Keep that in mind, but also very cool mode in my opinion.
So I'm still owe you the shortcut I promised you for the camping light or the thermal vision, so you can access it really fast. So the magic lies in this smart button here. So you press it right out of the box. There's nothing special applied here, but right now you can see I attach the camping light to it when I press once. But that's super easy to just adjust. You find the smart key here, and then you just say, for example, I want the thermal vision camera to be active when I double press the button. As you can see, double click, now nothing is applied. Open application, let's find the thermal cam, and we should be good to go. So now one press, camping light, on off, double press, thermal vision. Isn't that great? Ha! That's some really great stuff. I love that.
And that's about it from my side about the Oukitel WP61 Ultra. And yes, I'm using it as an additional light in my studio, so you can see another great use case for that WP61 Ultra. But beside of that, you saw it delivered all on its promises, and I have to say, it's something we expect these days from Oukitel, because they made a name for themselves in this rugged phone market and they don't disappoint. So far, so good. Awesome! If you want to find out more about that phone, check out the description below. Maybe you even find a discount code there. Not sure at the moment, just check it out. And if you have any more questions about that phone I didn't answer in that video, drop us a comment below. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, follow the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button so we can see each other next time. And probably the next Oukitel phone also will be featured here. I hope so, at least. Please, Oukitel, please. So then I say thank you, and I wish you a perfectly beautiful day and say bye-bye.